Attention, staff and students. This is a code red, an internal lockdown. Stop what you're doing. There's an intruder in our school. Find the nearest classroom with a teacher in it. Stay out of the hallways. Find a room, and teachers, make sure you lock the door. Turn off the lights and stay away from the doors and the...
Story 1. Okay, back when I was in 9th grade, I had a friend named Brian. And back when we were in 9th grade, lockdowns were fun. No matter what class you're in with, and no matter where you were at. So one time, Brian said that Dan told him, which was our other friend, he said that he told him that there's going to be a lockdown, and we got so excited and so we decided to go use the bathroom. Yeah. And we just made ourselves into the hallway, and then we heard.
Attention, lockdown, lockdown, lock the doors, stay away from the windows.
We got so excited and pumped up, we ran down and explored the whole school while it's on lockdown. But there's just something that we did not expect to see. There was a really tall guy, just standing so tall like a statue. He had on a clown mask, and he had ripped jeans and a large hoodie. That's when we got a little bit creeped out. I'm going to admit that. And then he got a gun. That's when we ran. We ran to the nearest bathroom. And when we got inside of the bathroom, I think the guy followed us, because a few minutes later we heard footsteps come in and walked over to the stall that me and Brian were hiding in. And then we heard. We heard a bang on the stall. That's when me and Brian had to act so fast. So we climbed over to the next stall and the next stall. Then we had to tiptoe out of the bathroom and into the hallway. And we banged on the door at least 2 times, and then the teacher let us in. He told us to hide under the desk. And then, a few minutes later, the lockdown was still going on, and I heard a girl scream down at the hallway. That's when we got chills. Me and Brian did not like being in the lockdown anymore. That's when we were starting to take it back. So, a few minutes later, when the lockdown was over and the police came in, they never found the guy, and all the students were sent home early. And to this day, me and Brian still wonder what could have happened if we didn't have the right move of sprinting. Story 2. Well, this happened when I was in 12th grade. Or probably 11. I don't know. But anyway, I was 17 years old, and I remember we went inside of a lockdown. So here's the story. Me and all of my class were just doing our regular thing until we heard the announcement go off saying that there's an intruder in our school and prepare for lockdown. And that's when Mr. Shirley, who I'll call for my teacher for this story, Mr. Shirley went to go lock the door. And we went to go hide under the desk. And then we heard a knock on the door. He knocked on the door 2 more times until it turned into bang. That's when we got creeped out. And that's when the guy punched the door and slattering the glass down. He quickly unlocked the door from the other side and opened it. That's when Mr. Shirley went over to tackle the guy, but he failed. The guy shot Mr. Shirley 2 times, then looked at us. And that's when Mr. Shirley tackled him once more and said, "Go! Get out of here!" And that's when me and all of my classmates ran. We ran out of the school. By the time we got out, the police were there. And they went inside the school. And by the time the police got in there, they found Mr. Shirley bloodied and dead. We were so sad because Mr. Shirley saved our life. But still, we're just so glad we didn't end up like him. Anyway, they came out with the guy in chains, which made us feel very relieved. We didn't get excused home. We just had to get another teacher and then do our normal thing. This story creeps the heck out of me. And when I think about it to this day, I just wonder what could have happened if Mr. Shirley didn't tackle the guy. And I'm 20 years old today, and I still worry about it. And this will be the greatest haunted story that I have ever experienced in my whole life. Subscribe for more.